Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Chiracho, and please do subscribe if this is your first time, and don't forget to like my video because we always have a good time on this channel. So guys, I've missed you guys so much and I hope you miss me, and I'm sorry for the long break, and let's do this without going for such a long break again. Nice to meet you. So today we'll be completing the last part of the video that talks with patients and the importance of patients. So in this video I'm going to be listing out the three types of patients. We have the interpersonal patients, the life hardship patient, and the daily hustle patient. You see, the interpersonal patient has to do with patients with other people and their feelings, like the demand of their feelings, because sometimes you get to see people you think alike, your patient level could be the same, and you just gotta thank God sometimes for those kind of people, because when you have a relationship, it could be business or something, any of those kind of relationship, when you have it with these kind of people, you see that you just like, somebody God going to tell somebody something about you on your behalf that will make life easy for you. You understand? So it's easy to predict them and them predicting you. So, or sometimes you might be just unlucky to find those the opposite set of people that won't think the way you are, would have the same patient level as you. So the ability to manage them, that's what we call the interpersonal patients, because sometimes, most times, you're going to encounter people that are going to, jump on your patient, test your patient level, and how you take things personal, how you let things go, how you take things in, will determine how the level of interpersonal relationship you have or you would have in your lifetime. So my darling, for you to deal with the patients, for you to deal with patients, you have to work on the patient with other people, which is the interpersonal patient. You have to work on yourself, you have to work on how you relate with people, you have to don't let things get to you too much, because it shouldn't. Trust me, I know sometimes limit the level of how you take things personal, and trust me, the way you can control that is you have to work on how you let people into your life, because trust me, when someone that you do not know do you anything wrong, or sometimes you really don't want to take it personal, because these people, this why you're gonna ask yourself like, why am I wasting my time, like this person doesn't really know me. Do you understand? So you get more hurt from people that you get so close, like you feel they should have known you by now, and they keep testing your patient level. You see, those are the people you need to work on your patient with, because sometimes those people are really gonna mess you up. So you just have to be the bigger person. I know sometimes being the bigger person is not always easy. In as much as you're doing that, always know when to let go, always know when to cut it off. And when you do this, you can be patient and also be drastic with your actions and boundaries. So the next one is the what I called the life hardship patients. Like, I think in all these series of patients or types of patients, that is the most difficult one, because sometimes you're going to have a major setback that's going to throw you in pieces apart, going to throw you apart, sorry, and trying to pick yourself together, be patient with life again after that is such a very big deal that you should really consider working on your patience with, because I've seen a lot of people in situations that comes, some had to even, some are really that bad that it could even be a matter of life and death. And when you have this revengeful feeling of, especially when someone that have caused you pain, and at some point you be like, God, can't you just come and end all this? Can't you just come and kill this person? Can't you just bounce around in pains and all that? So the ability for you to have patience in this time, it's a big deal. Trust me. If you do, like when you overcome it, eventually you're going to see that being patient sometimes, most times, sorry, is worth it. Is worth it, because have you ever compared when you are so angry, impatient, and taking some actions that are going to trigger your emotions at that time, then after a while, when you sit back and relax and try to go through these things again and say, oh, you would not be like, I don't know, or I wouldn't have gone this hard on myself or that situation, because sometimes my dad will be really challenging to just let some things just go, because you feel at that time if you don't do the undoable, you won't have to get what you want. And trust me, this is not just to do it when you're angry. No, it has a long way to go. Not just when you're angry, it includes when you're waiting on something and it's taking long or forever to come, and you're losing your patient level, and at some point you want to go the extra mile and do the unthinkable, the unreasonable. It's not just has to do with when you're angry. And sometimes you might be waiting for a project or something and it's not forthcoming, and you're trying to look out other means. But trust me, when you're angry, when you are curious, when you are restless, when you are so bothered, you won't have the perfect solution. Trust me, I'm not lying. You know it. The best answers or best solution to everything, most times or all the time, comes from when your brain is relaxed, your mind is relaxed, even not fully at peace, or it's relaxed, and your conscience, your instinct is going to guide you and tell you, okay, why not try it? It's still going to tell you, please don't do it, you're going to regret it. So in dealing with patients, I think that we should be very close to our instincts, the Holy Spirit, which guides and help us with understanding. At some point in my life, when I'm looking for something, or I want to make some decisions and all that, and I see that when I try to make decisions for myself, especially when it's very serious, on a serious ground, and I don't trust my judgment, I just ask God, help me, and I just listen to my instincts. With the help of the Holy Spirit, I just see myself. I'll just sometimes I go look back and I'll be like, oh really, God, how do you know that this is what I need? Like, so you've been the one that you mean, oh, like those thinking just come, and I'll be like, if I had taken maybe another decision different from the one I took when I was not in my better states or emotions, maybe I could have just listened to my emotion. If my emotion is angry at the time, I do it based on how it goes, and there's always a repercussion. So I just let my cool and allow God to lead and my instincts as well. And so this not just how to do it, when you're angry and all that. Sometimes there are major setbacks you encounter in life. That is a topic for another day. It is not funny at all. The kind of how you are going to come out. And sometimes when you don't listen to your instincts, when you are not patient with yourself, you just see that you are revolving around a circle instead of you to go forward. So sometimes you just allow things that are out of your control, let it be. Having a setback is not the end of the world. It could be business, relationship, life itself. It could even be health issues. So sometimes some things are out of our control. You just have to let patience be your best friend, because patience is going to really save you from a lot of mess. At some point when you are encountering that journey with patience, it will look as if you're a fool, but just chill. Sooner or later you realize you're going to thank patience for standing by you. Yeah, and if that's offer that, let's go for the last one. Daily hustle, patience. That's the day-to-day lifestyle. What you get to encounter when you leave the house. You can even be in the house and some calls, some texts, some people's actions, even when it's none of your business. It's going to get on your nails, and you're like, sometimes when I'm going through TikTok or Instagram, I just see some people's behavior and I want to comment, and the other man will be like, what's your business? You get so most times if I don't really have anything, nice to say, I just like I don't know what, I just go. So trying to ignoring a lot of things will help you so much, because you definitely leave your house, see people, and they are going to get on your nails. They are going to try your patient level. Don't think because you don't offend people, your patient level will not be tested. It will. I think not too long ago, I think if I have the time, I and a church member, I think, yeah. So I think we were coming from church. I started to follow them on our way, car hit us, and the guy just left instead of apologizing that, oh no, I'm sorry, I think he was running from the police or so. So in my mind, if it were me, for it to be me on the steering, like I'm driving with my car, I'll just look at the damage. If it's not so serious, maybe something minor, I wouldn't just waste my time, because come to think of it, I'm coming from church, right? So I'll just go. I'm not blaming her, because trust me, that's why I'm saying patient. I'm not judging her as well, because this is why our patient level has to be checked. I'm not judging her, because sometimes when people react, you don't tell them how to. When people get on your nerves or do something, you don't tell them how to react. You don't tell them how to face you, because you did yours without thinking about it, or came out with the way you think it should. So you have no level. You have no business in judging or telling them how to react after you must have caused what you got their action at that time. You will just enjoy the aftermath because you caused it for yourself. So now she turned and started to look for the car, chasing, and it really ended up in a bad shape because it became so chaotic, quarrel and all that. So, but at the end of the day, everybody had to go. But I can imagine the time wasting. I'm sure when she's at home or when she's alone, I swear she's going to go through her mind when she's calm, when she's not angry. She's going to feel like maybe I should have just let him go. Moreover, we're coming from church. Not like the damage was really. I know the guy didn't talk to me well, but I would have just left it for God. Yes, that is someone that has worked on their patience level. So those kind of people, you hardly make them angry. You hardly get on their nerves, and life trials hardly get to them. Even when they are dealing with the most challenging times in life, they just see it as a phase, and definitely it's going to pass. I have a friend too that have one of the toughest phase and setbacks in life. Even me, most times I'll be like, you wasted this, you did this, and he'll just be like, what do I do? But now he's enjoying it. He's enjoying it because it's out of town. He's enjoying it now because he's in a better place and a better position. Like now, we'll just laugh over those times and see how God has been wonderful. But I think he's one of the most patient person I've ever seen, because I remember way back in school, I was trying to show him a place that I thought I knew. So at some point, we're just running everywhere because me, I don't know. I was like, he was smiling. I was like, you're not angry that I'm wasting your time. He was like, he doesn't know how to get angry and he doesn't know how to calm me. Even when he's angry, I'm like, oh, what if this guy's angry and I'm not knowing? So that aside, if you understand me well, you just have to develop patience on your daily lifestyle. And after we must have dealt with that, we'll go to the secrets of patience, or the secrets of patience. One of the greatest secrets of patience is wisdom. Always pray for wisdom. When you pray for wisdom to be with you always. Now it's not because it's not about Christianity. Wisdom, people that don't go to church, they have wisdom. So wisdom comes from people that are slow to anger. When you have wisdom, it's going to really do a lot when it comes to patience. It will help you get that patience. So understanding the secret of patience is using use of wisdom. Know that the right time for things most times to happen is not 100% or cannot be controlled by us completely. Hope you know that. No matter even whether you are patient, or not even your patience, your level of patience, even if it will not everything that would be controlled by our patient, even when you know patient. You get. So if we understand that, we know peace. That patience is a fruit of the Holy Spirit, like I said before, and we do not. However, waiting does not mean we do nothing. Waiting or having patience doesn't mean that we do nothing. You understand? So we do something. We try our best, even while you are in that place that looks as if you're stuck. Try to do something. Are you going to read books? Are you going to go online and see something? Try distracting things. I will use that word. Try distracting things that will not just keep you, shallow and going over and over your pain and all that. If it means you making new friends, having, go to a new environment, the most littlest of things. Just find something to do. Try to do something while we wait. And the process of breakthrough, we do not, we do what is directing us to do. You understand? Like when you're in the process of breakthrough, that's when your instinct comes in. Follow your instincts. That is the best advice I can give you at this time. I'm not going to tell you to pray. When you pray and you don't listen to your instincts, you're going to fall back to that place again. So listen to your instincts, work on your mindset, grow your mindset, have a good mind. Take nothing personal. Don't take people too serious because they are people, right? In you. So let's to cultivate patience in our day-to-day life. Look for small opportunities to practice patience, practice mindfulness, be mindful. of the things you do. Think about it before you do it to the next person. Think, when I do this, is it good for me? And sometimes request before you do something for somebody. Just ask and see their opinion if they want or not. And wherever the outcome is, don't take it too personal so you don't get angry and you don't lose it. Okay. Then accept what's out of your control. Things that you can't control, what you can change. You tried 1 2 3 times. Just let it go, because you can't always have your way. Because you're not the only one existing. I said the things that are out of your control. I say it again and again, because trust me, you won't always have everything under your control, because you're not the only one existing. There are other human beings, and trust me, there's a maker out there that wants you here, that wants you to do something. And sometimes what he wants for you might not be what you want at that moment, but on the long run, you're going to understand why you have to take that route, why you have to do this talk, why you have to let go, why you have to need patience. Okay, and remember what matters most to you on this journey of patience. Remember what matters most to you. That's where you should focus your energy on. That's what you should focus your focus on. That's what you should be mindful of, right? Okay. And when you remember those things, take note of it. Affirm them. Okay, always affirm yourself. Tell yourself the truth. When you mess up, sometimes admit. Then affirm it. Sometimes if you see that you go off balance, like you went out of your way, out of your character, apologize. It takes nothing from you. Sorry won't bite. If you feel you're not comfortable because of how someone has treated you, hey, you're feeling. You understand? And whatever the person's reaction comes out to be, don't take it personal. Just be happy with yourself, because at the end of the day, it's just you got. And that is the end of my video today. See you guys, and please don't forget to like my video when you watch this. Thank you.